All right, y'all. Hey, YouTube. Finally caught up with TikTok over here. And as I'm figuring out how to be able to stream in unison, we're going to have to set it up this way for now. So I'm not going to be here for a long time. I'm just here for a good time. And I wanted to talk to y'all. Thank y'all for the likes on TikTok. Y'all are the most supportive community in all of social media history, honestly. Okay, honestly. So I wanted to talk to y'all because you know how your For You page picks up your algorithm on what you're liking, what you're going through in life, even like tracking what you're doing outside of that app, social media wise, to try to sell you. And on my For You page, there have been two mix of type of videos. One, basically a lot of men and women saying, leave him alone, leave them alone, and the power that comes with leaving people alone. The other type of video is like forgiving, moving forward, onward, upward, and onward, whatever. And one of the videos that came on my For You page was this man here. I'm going to show you a screenshot on my, you know, y'all can't see it, but I'm going to explain what we're looking at in both streams. And this man was basically saying, people pleasing is over. And I agree. As a retired people pleaser, the best thing you can do is stop people pleasing. I promise you. Like, it's going to save you so much heartache. Stop people pleasing. And he was saying, leaving silently do you ever notice when you leave silently how people try to drag you back into that mess? And I agreed with the video. The reason why I showed y'all this screenshot, because can't y'all see me having a conversation? This is my page right here. Whoops. This is me. And this is the guy responding. This is not the creator, by the way. This is someone else. So this is me, and this is like a different creator responding. And I always find it strange when people try to put their beliefs on you. I am mature enough as an adult to realize you and whoever else is watching this video, we have lived two different lives. The problem with society, the reason why we have so many wars, so many things about religion, is because we can't seem to respect each other's point of view. We can have the same morals and values, but have a different God. We can say the same kind of quality of life that we want. We want to be good, honest people. We want to put good things into the world and still pray in a different name. You can say Jesus, someone can say Yahweh, someone can say Allah. And here's where the confliction happens. Because someone else is not praying to the same God using the same name, even though the foundation is the same, the commandments are the same, the principles are the same to live a righteous life, do good. Because of the fact of the name of what we're using to pray is making people want to argue. And what I was saying is, I'm mature enough to realize I have lived a different life from you watching this stream right now, or later if you're watching it later, because the recap is going to be on YouTube, y'all, like I always do for y'all. And where we run into issues of war is because you want someone to bow down and confess and agree to what you're saying. And that's the problem we have in humanity now. Because this person doesn't completely agree with your ideology, we have a problem. Because this person is praying in a different name, because they have a different belief from you, you have a problem. Because you're not validating what they went through. You never lived their life. What they're saying is in fact true because of their circumstances. How can you tell someone, well, because I didn't experience that, I don't believe that to be true? That's the equivalent of slavery. When you're telling enslaved people, oh, it's not that bad, get over it. But then you're telling the people that went through the Holocaust, never forget. You're suppressing one group while you're putting another up. And I'm sharing this particular conversation because to me, this individual was hell-bent. Sorry to say, it's a man, no surprise there, was hell-bent on saying, I hear what you're saying, but this is the right way. And it kind of ties into the fact of people wanting things to be a certain way. It's either their way or the highway. And that is a very stern, hard-headed mentality. That really suppresses you and puts you in a place where you can't even see the possibilities of life because you're so hell-bent on what you know, what you live, the life you live being valid, and ignoring everyone else's feelings. That's what we call dictatorship. Is everybody on the same page? Hey, TikTok, keep liking the live. Is everybody on the same page? That when you ignore someone else's life experiences, their beliefs, but you're trying to impose your own to be righteous, true, and the only way, That's dictatorship. Are we all on the same page? Okay, let me continue. And why did I screenshot it? Because I just wanted to read some of it. I said in the comment to the creator, mind you, hey, some people like to drag the positive out of you just to validate their ego. I leave silently. I'm completely agreeing with the video. Like, it's not worth it. You can give yourself closure. Here comes this anonymous person. This anonymous person. Okay, leaving quietly doesn't mean you healed. It means you avoided the mirror. Okay. Sometimes the person trying to pull the good out of you isn't feeding their ego. They're exposing how empty yours is. So we went from talking about walking away quietly to a complete stranger on the internet trying to tell me, oh, what you're saying is wrong. It's them pointing a mirror to your face and showing you how empty you are. Do you see how combative that is? Do you see how it's like, okay, well, here's what's wrong with you. A complete stranger on the internet. And I'm sorry to say this, y'all. It's always from an unattractive man. I looked at his profile picture. It looked like he hasn't had a haircut in months. I have to be careful because TikTok likes to act like I'm bullying when I tell the truth. He's dusty, he's musty, he's crusty. Okay. And I said, I respect what you're saying, but your problem is you're trying to put your ideas on me. That's limiting your growth. And then I realized, you know what? I have free will. I don't want to interact with this person whom I don't know, who wanted to be combative with me in the comment section. I just started reporting his comments because if y'all don't know this about me, like I am super notorious for getting on TikTok, minding my blackity black owned business. And when someone wants to argue or say something I don't like, if you report someone's comment as bullying, TikTok reviews their account. Like I'm not here to, okay, this is what you believe. Great. Let TikTok review your account. Let them put a soft hold on you and look at you as an individual and what's going on with this comment. You know what I mean? I'm really quick to do that. I just want to tell on myself. So anyways, let's continue. What I was saying, the title of the video, which I have streaming on YouTube now, is Give Yourself Clarity in Chaos. And I kind of wanted to pivot from this conversation and go a little bit more in depth because there are so many people that are so wrapped up in wanting to get clarification, wanting to get closure. Women, we are notorious for that. We always want the outside person to give us clarity. What I have learned in my life, some people lie for a good reason and others lie for no good reason at all. There are going to be people in your life who lie because that is their nature. They're just liars. They're not you. They're not as honest as you. They're not as forthcoming as you. They're not living a very righteous life. They get what they want in life by manipulation, through manipulation, i.e. Diddy, P. Diddy. Look at how everyone that comes in contact with him, he's always the last one standing. Manipulation, 101. Always projected on you. It's never me. I'm never the problem. You're the problem. You're the problem. Lies for everything in him. You know what I mean? And then there are people that you have like Mother Teresa, Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, who will take the peace, who will give themselves closure. And to me, those are the strongest people in the world. Because if you can win the game mentally of, I don't need this outside person to validate what I feel, there's a reason why God gave you the gift of discernment. There's a reason why you have to practice that gift of discernment. Thank you for liking the live so much, girl, Mario girl. Come through. Keep liking the live, y'all. There's a reason why you as a human being can decide tomorrow to be something completely different. There's a reason why you have free will to decide, to evolve, and to choose. When you as a person can look at someone by their actions and give yourself peace, give yourself closure and clarity, that dismantles a system where you have to seek outside help that you can't control. Anything outside of your body, you can't control, you can't help. Even within your body, there are things you can't control. And once you let go of the things you can't control and are able to accept the things you can't control, you become a very dangerous person. Why? Why do you become dangerous if you can accept the things you can't control, if you can give yourself peace? Because then you remove that string of control someone has over you. Think about every person in your life that talked down on you, that said you'll never be nothing, you'll never amount to nothing, you're not that popular, no one likes you. Think about how they said how they finally felt, and they threw their venom on you, and you still rose to the occasion. You still didn't care. You still overcame the circumstances. That breaks the other person. They thought every system they put in place, everything they threw at you was going to slow you down, but instead, like Maya Angelou says, still I rise. You get what I'm saying, y'all? Keep liking alive. I'm going to always equate it to slavery for obvious reasons. All of those obstacles have been put in front of Black women's path. We joined the workforce centuries later. We joined the workforce centuries later. Men ahead of us. The system was literally built for a man to thrive, for a man to do the same job as you as a woman, if you're a woman. Okay, for a man to do the same exact job that you do, but somehow he gets paid more just because he's a man. The fact that if you get pregnant, maternity leave is not that long. You have to hurry up and come right back and get to work. You get what I'm saying? The system benefits a man, but yet why do we have so many single women we have more homeowners on the side of women versus the side of men? Mind you, this is the first time I'm seeing you had to pause and just stare. Oh, thank you. Angel face. Oh, thank you, girl. I don't got no filter on. Okay, girl. The med spa. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I love when y'all compliment my beauty, but I want to educate y'all. I want y'all to be smart, pretty girls. You know what I mean? A girl's girl. So when you have a system that is built, literally, its entire purpose is to keep you from getting this. It's to keep you on this side of things, the outside looking in. How are you going to get mad when you can't even get in the club? You know what I mean? But somehow we haven't been able to, I think it was in 1976. That's when women could first own a credit card without a man's signature. 1976, y'all. We had to pass a law for women to be able to sign mortgages without a man. Men never had that obstacle to overcome. Okay? I'm getting text messages. I don't know who's texting me. But when you have a system that's literally built to go against you, but somehow you come up on top, that is going to make people mad. Why do you think so many men are mad at women right now? Because everything they used to use, their tactics to control us, to have access to our bodies, to manipulate us. If you can control the birth population, you can control life. And that is a scary thing to be able to control. You're telling me women couldn't get birth control without a man's permission? We couldn't get a mortgage without a man's permission? We couldn't sign a credit card to buy things, to make that house a home without a man's permission? What happened if your man went off to war and died? That's why women back then were so desperate to marry, because it equaled a livelihood. That's why men were mistreating us, because they knew if you step out of this marriage, who's going to help you? You can't get a job. You can't even get birth control. What if someone attacks you up the street and now you're pregnant with that other person's baby? You get what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to connect the dots for y'all. So when you become a person that has overcome all those circumstances, fast forward to 2025, we can get birth control. We can get mortgages. We can get credit cards without that man's help. And now that man is so focused on chasing a woman instead of building himself, he's getting mad that now he has less access to women, because the women he used to be able to oppress, I have a credit card, I have a mortgage, what do you have? Those women have surpassed him, because now we're owning homes at an alarming rate. The birth rate has also declined because we're not shacking up with them anymore. We've seen the women before us, or I should say the one before us, which is behind us, because if we're going in chronological order, we've seen the women that went before us, who stayed home, who were trad wives. I saw this girl's video that came up on my For You page. She's been married 10 years, stay-at-home wife. And she said he woke up one day and said he didn't want her anymore. She got 2 kids by this man. He told her, stop using his credit card, use your own. She don't have no credit card. She's on his credit card. And I think that's silly, because we've come so far in life where, why didn't you have a business? She's not a sis. She's a suburban. But why didn't you set up a business for yourself getting into that marriage? She openly even said in the comments, she signed a prenup. She avoided alimony. Why did you have so much faith in that man when history has shown love and people can get up at any given moment and decide to leave for no good reason at all or for a good reason. So she's panicking because she has 2 kids to raise and no income whatsoever. She hasn't been in the workforce for the last 10 years. You know how detrimental that looks when you go for an interview and they see that gap. What's the first thing employers ask you? What's this work gap I see? Explain this to me. 10 years is a long time. What's making you get back in the workforce? That also can impact how much they pay you because now they know you're desperate to get this job. I'm not paying you what I really would have paid for this position. You're in a tight spot. I'm going to talk you down a few more dollars. You know what I mean? Do you see the positions we put ourselves in? So in that comment section with that man, he was basically trying to tell me walking away doesn't mean you're healed. That tells me that man is used to women or men, I don't know what he like, that are chaotic. You are a very dangerous being if you can just walk away without getting closure from the person that did whatever they did to you. This is a phrase that I say all the time. You can't heal in the same place that broke you. I promise you. In that same toxic environment, you're not magically going to become a different person, a better person when you're still inhaling the toxins every single day. It's like me trying to get on a diet and I work at KFC. I can tell myself no only so many times before I'm hungry and it's just in my face and now I'm just going to eat out of boredom. You know what I mean? It's like me trying to say I want to lose weight, but I'm working at KFC and the chicken to be fried, to be crispy. You can smell the scent. You can hear the crunch. I'm going to nibble at it little by little and start gaining weight because that environment is creating me just eating to eat, even when I'm not hungry. You know what I mean? When you leave situations and environments that don't serve the direction you're going, you are so dangerous to the people that are still in those environments waiting for you to come back. Some people are so used to the old you that when the new you appears, they refuse to acknowledge it. They refuse to believe you've changed. They've known you for so long. You're this one person in their mind that they can't see you any other way. Even if everything around you has changed, even if every single thing around you about you has changed, guess what they're going to say? Oh, you changed. Exactly. Like I was supposed to say the same. Okay, so let me continue. Y'all keep liking the live. Thank you for coming in. Keep liking the live. Thank you for coming in. Anyways, so I said in the comments, walking away quietly, in fact, means that you're healed. You don't have to walk away from a situation yelling and rah, rah, rah. That's what they want from us. Black women, I'm talking. Hey, honey, Clarissa, hey, girl. Black women, I'm talking to y'all because I'm Black and I'm responsible for Black women. And this is where it should end right here. We're responsible for one another. Black women being responsible for Black women. Everybody else do their own thing. You know what I mean? My thing is, I don't have to be the loud, ghetto Black girl to leave you alone. And I'm finding that men are really surprised when they find out I'm one of them ones that leaves silently. Keep liking the live, y'all. Thank you. I don't have to be combative. Here's the thing. When people leave loud, when people leave still arguing, it's because they still care. It's because they're still invested. Have you ever met the woman that silently leaves like a thief in the night, who packs all her things and stops talking because she's smart enough, like myself? I'm really talking about myself. She's an adult. She looked at your actions. You don't think she gave you a chance? That's my downfall as a Virgo and as a person, because I know y'all don't like astrology. I will give y'all, is this Corey? Hey, Corey. The new you hit different. Y'all know I love me some Ken and Corey. He on YouTube, y'all. Hey, Corey, how you doing? Anyways, what was I saying? Okay. You know how much it hurts someone when you don't argue? Some people thrive in chaos. Some people thrive in the fact that you want to argue. Some of y'all, and I'm sorry to say that, keep liking it live on TikTok, y'all. Some of y'all ended up single parents because you needed one more conversation, because you needed a closure. And you know what's happening? Let me get this object. That man is telling all his homeboys, you're just mad he don't want to give you a relationship, when really you're over him. But here's what happened. When y'all went through that breakup, he made it clear through his actions he didn't want you anymore. You needed that one more conversation of closure. And now you ended up pregnant. And all he thinks in his mind is, well, when I spoke to her, she knew I didn't want her. She knew all I could do is give her something physical, something intimate, aka smack, sex, whatever. And that was it. So now you have this child, and in that man's mind, this child is just It's just a reflection of, remember that time we hooked up for the last time, even though I was done with you? So when you're asking that man, oh, I need you to be a father to our child, a lot of men and women, y'all not realizing this, men do not see children the way women see children. That's just not how they're built. You could be a great father, a great husband, but you'll never see a child the way a mother sees a child. A mother who's carrying the child, who's literally physically connected to the child. The moment she becomes pregnant, everything in her body starts to automatically change. She can't control that. All that man sees is, I don't love her anymore. I don't want to take care of this. This is a reminder of me not loving her. This is the child. This is a reminder of me not loving her in the time she begged me. She begged me to sleep with her. She begged me for closure. I don't want to take care of this. But you are telling everyone you need him to be a good father, but he knew he was never going to be that for you. He knew he didn't want to be a family with you. You forced his hand through intercourse. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are discovering about me that I don't have to have that one more conversation to end up with a result that shows, here's proof that he never wanted me, y'all. Here's proof that I told you we're going to be in each other's lives forever, even if it's not through marriage. It'll be through this, a child, even though he don't want me. Oh, this is sad. Exactly. So when that man said in the comment section, just because you leave quietly don't mean you're healed, that automatically told me he's used to the ghetto loud black girl or the ghetto loud whoever he date. He's used to chaos. Some people thrive in chaos because that means you care. I'm sure he's running around telling his homeboys, yeah, she can't leave me alone. I'm not like that. One thing I know hate is a strong word. I absolutely hate indecisive people. I hate it with a passion because it tells me you're not a leader, because it tells me you're not sure of yourself. You're not confident in your decision. It's okay if you're not sure of yourself, but be sure enough to make a decision so something happens and something changes. But being so afraid to make a decision, you paralyze yourself, you cripple yourself, and you stay still. That never made sense to me. That never makes sense to me. You can ask my entire family, even though y'all will never meet them. Y'all can talk to them in a comment section. I'm a very decisive person. Sometimes my decision-making skills can come off impulsive because I'm so fast. But here's what y'all don't know. I'm not fast in my decision-making. I'm actually thinking a lot. It's just when I finally decide, I'm confident enough to say it out loud. And it's a surprise to a lot of people because the whole time I was quiet. You didn't even know I was thinking that thought until I was ready to say, hey, I'm ready to decide. I'd be indecisive when I go out to eat. To eat, that's okay. That's food. That's not your life. You know what I mean? That's just food. That's just a meal. That's cool. But when it comes to your life, you can't make a decision. That's a problem for me. That's such a turn off. Like I can't be friends with indecisive. I want to know, let's go. And the thing is, there's no in between with me. I'm either really high, really fast, or I'm flat and I'm chilling. I'm still deciding. But I don't like to be in that lukewarm position for too long. And so my thing is, I'm an adult. I trust my decision-making skills. I trust my discernment. This is why I'm not afraid to walk away. You move funny. I move right out of your way. And I'm going to pin that color me, Erica, because that's all I'm on. I feel like people are sure about their decisions when they make them. Let your yes be your yes and your no be your no. Bible says, amen, clock that. You are going to run into people that can't handle your no. You are going to run into people that cannot handle your no. It's up to you to show action, to throw that out. Just keep it pushing. Doesn't matter. So my thing is, a lot of us people are the result of a parent that wanted that one last conversation with an ex. And now here we are. We are the result of that last conversation that should have never happened. That toxic situation. Why do you think so many people hate the people they procreated with? Why do you think that is? It's so many of us. It's not just in the Black community. It's in all communities, in all races. It's because people lack the ability to make a decision and take their emotions out of it. A lot of people are not strong enough to walk away. Y'all be putting too much emphasis. Keep liking the live. Thank you, y'all. Y'all care too much about caring about something that doesn't care about you back. I'm intelligent enough to trust my decision-making skills, my discernment, and to understand that a part of conversation and communication is body language. Everything doesn't have to be said to you. Someone can lie. What does it say in the Bible? Your speech betrays you. Judge a person by the fruit they bear, not what they're saying out of their mouth, the fruit that they bear. If they say they want to get close to God and they're wearing a chain, but you have not seen them in church, they're not reading their Bible, daily devotion, getting closer to God, why would you believe that's a godly person? Where's the relationship aspect with God? And then y'all be getting pregnant by them. If this person says they want to work on something this year, but they haven't once brought it up after they said it to you, they just want to impress you in the idea of it and never really do it. You know what I mean? So when I told my family, I'm going to get up and move to Texas, 11 days before I moved, y'all, 11 days, not knowing for the last 3 months, I've been talking to realtors. I've been looking on apartments.com. I've been trying to figure out my income. I picked up a second job. I was working 2 jobs for 5 months to save, pay off debt and move. Imagine me saying to you 11 days before I'm moving out of state. You're going to be like, okay, you're going to take it very lightheartedly because you're like, okay, cool, you're moving. But then when I say in 11 days, you're going to be like, wait, what? How do you know it's 11 days? And I'm like, I signed the lease electronically. I have a company picking up my car on Monday and they're going to ship it. I sold everything I own. Now you're thinking, dang, you've been doing this whole time. Exactly. I don't have to tell or communicate to y'all what I've been doing behind the scenes. I'm notorious. I'm telling on myself. I'm notorious for doing that, y'all. When I'm working on something, I'm so notorious. I think some of my friends low-key hate it. Because every time I tell them that new thing I'm working on and it happened, they always look at me like, heifer, you always do this. You always doing something and not telling nobody anything. I'm notorious for that. When I had moved out of my first apartment, I was working like 80 hours a week in 1 week overtime. And I remember asking my friends who already lived alone, probing questions about mailbox and forwarding your mail and blah, blah, blah. The day I got my keys, I told them I'm moving out for the first time. And one of them said, I knew you was up to something. Because why are you asking about forwarding your mail and mailbox keys? Like, I'm notorious for not telling anybody anything until it's done, because no one can pray against me. Keep liking it alive, y'all. Thank you. Because no one can pray against me. Because no one can come against me. Sometimes y'all be shocked when the weapon form, and it be you that formed the weapon because you opened your mouth too soon. Why do you think in the Bible, God intentionally closed Joseph's mouth so Joseph couldn't say anything about Mary being pregnant by an angel? Because it needs to come to pass. Everybody doesn't need to be a part of the process. Everybody doesn't need to be a part of the journey. This is yours. This is not for them. Your problem is you like instant validation, instant gratification. I want them to know I'm working too. That is silly to me. This is how I take advantage of being the underdog in life. I like it when people think I have nothing going on. I like it when people try to look me up on social media and they see my pages are deactivated. I like when people think so small of me. They think, oh, she's been deactivated for months. She must be pregnant. And I pop out with a degree. I like that. I thrive. You know why? Because while you were underestimating me, I was doing the most in peace, without pressure, without someone keeping tabs on me. I was doing the most. And guess what? I was doing it with God. You thought I was like you. Oh no, you're shocked. When you see me randomly post on a Sunday, I'm in church service. When you see me reading a Bible verse, why are you shocked? Because I'm not hanging around you all the time. You think I'm not doing anything? I'm smart enough to know if I really want something, it is better when no one knows I want it. Isn't it funny how people want something suddenly because you want it? They never wanted it before until you wanted it. Isn't that weird? Y'all don't ever think that's suspicious? No validation needed. Facts. That's how I am. I always think it's weird. No one was talking about going to Mexico and doing a flying dress photo shoot like how it is right here in this back picture. No one was thinking about that until I did it. Now, suddenly, when I go on this page's Instagram that did my flying dress photo shoot, there are so many people following that page that follow me. There are so many people DMing me saying, how much was this? Da, da, da. You wasn't even thinking about doing a flying dress photo shoot till I did it. Why are you asking me? I tagged their page. Why don't you reach out to them? Why are you asking me? You know what I'm saying? The best ways to move through life. So I am right. I don't know what NDI Sophia, I don't know what you're saying. So you're right about what? Sorry, girl, the comments is going and I want to answer y'all questions, but I also want to get my thought process out at the same time. And then Corey, or until you have it, the dress was dressing. Thank you, Corey. And I remember when I first started doing photo shoots, no one understood why were you doing these elaborate photo shoots? I will never be this young again. How many times have y'all seen trends on TikTok go crazy when people are like, this is my grandma. When she was young, she said she had all the guys. And people are shocked. You're never going to be this young again. Where is the proof of life? To me, this is proof of life. This is proof that I went on a solo trip all by myself. I hired a whole camera crew. Y'all had 6 people. We were out on the beach at 6 a.m. dressing me in this dress. I had brought my speaker so that way I could play Beyonce. Beyonce had just dropped the Renaissance album. We were listening to Lion King. I had a videographer and a photographer. I had someone doing drone shots. I made that day about me celebrating my life. This was on my birthday. No one can take that away from me. I have that memory. I have those frames. And I framed it because I'm like, why not? You know what I mean? Why are y'all so hell-bent on proving to people you exist? You this, you that. I'd rather you underestimate me. You know why? Because now I know how you really see me and you can't use me. Because I know that I'm being underestimated by you. I'd rather be around someone that sees my talent, my gifts, and I don't have to be loud about it. I respect the people that notice me when I'm quiet versus the people that only notice you exist when you post online. Y'all know who those people are. Every time you get on Instagram and you post, suddenly you get a text from a man you haven't spoken to in years. It's like they forgot you exist until you have to pop up in their face. I don't like those relationships. Those are very give and take. I like the relationships when people can notice I'm quiet. Oh, I haven't heard from Melinda in a while. What's going on with her? Those are the people that actually love you. When they can notice when you're not speaking, when you're quietly dwelling, those are the people that love you. Those are the people that will uplift you. First time here, I saw your life at the right time, honestly. I was cautioning myself about my yapping. Oh, girl, talk to me. Talk to me. I like to talk, baby. I'm a talker. And I get on live to talk to y'all because I wish I knew these things when I was growing up. I promise you. And here's the thing about knowing when to walk away, because the video is called Clarity. Give yourself, it's on YouTube. In case you just jump into the live and you want to see the whole thing from the beginning, this is good stuff, y'all. I have it on my YouTube streaming live at the same exact time. YouTube is the only place you can get the whole recap. My YouTube is linked in my bio TikTok. The thing about being a woman, an adult that can leave and give yourself, because the video is called Give Yourself Clarity in Chaos, you will be a target. There will be people that have a problem with the fact you think you're better than me, all because you didn't want to get down in the mud and argue with them. You think I didn't notice your behavior towards me? In my opinion, 80% of communication is body language. It's the things people are not saying to you. That's what you have to watch out for. Because it's easy to lie with your words. It's easy to be deceptive with your lips. But your body language will always tell on you. When you try to hold someone's hand, they pull away. When someone doesn't want to celebrate you, people can only hide for so long. So you think as an adult, when I noticed that we were really great friends until I started doing good, now suddenly you're acting weird. Now suddenly I had a whole grown man that I was friends with tell me, y'all, I made you. What could possess a grown man to say to me, a woman, now that I'm thriving and successful, I made you? That is giving me Selena vibes. Y'all know Selena's best friend took her life, right? And the sad part is Selena employed that person. The family was warning her, she's jealous of you, she's stealing from you. Let her go. This goes in the course of friendship, relationships, situationships. You think I don't see that you don't celebrate me on my birthday? You don't even tell me, you don't even give me a happy birthday gift, but you got your homeboys a gift? You think I don't see that you're trying to keep me in confusion just to use my body? And you want me to confront you when you've already shown signs that you want to take my life? Why would I do that, gorgeous? Thank you. Why would I do that? Y'all ask me something. Hold on, I'm gonna go. It's true. People think I am better than them and I lived fearfully. So true. I think you're about to say some family. People will literally act like they're your friends. So you will come to them and they will attack you. What did Lauryn Hill say? How come you always want to play innocent? I want to get the lyrics, to be honest. I'm on my iPad right here, y'all. The conversation was sparked because a man came into the comment section. There's a video, basically, I'm kind of recapping. There's a video of a creator saying, walking away silently is going to make people upset. And I agreed with him. Then a completely different person came up under my comment section and said, walking away means that it doesn't mean you're healed. It means that they just posted a mirror to your behavior. You're not healed. You're empty on the inside. It was very combative. It was like, you want to argue. I'm not here to argue with you. Thank you for the likes on YouTube. Hey, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes on TikTok. Keep running it up. I'm not someone who wants to argue. You know what? Me as a woman, I feel like arguing is for women that have lost control. Hold on, I'm looking up the lyrics, y'all. This is important to me. To me. Ooh, Lost Ones. It's one of my favorite songs. It's one of my favorite songs. Keep Liking Alive, y'all. Lauryn Hill, Lost Ones lyrics. Lost Ones lyrics. YouTube, TikTok, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, this is my this is one of my favorite songs by Lauryn Hill. What time is it for you? It's 10:50, I'm sorry, 12:56. You want to argue, I can't argue with you. I hate arguing. It really feels like you don't think I'm a woman. I'm a lady. I'm a lady first and foremost. Okay. Every man want to act like he's exempt. Need to get on his knees and repent. Can't slick talk on the day of judgment. The movement's similar to a serpent. Tried to play straight, but your whole style bent. Consequences, no coincidence. Hypocrites always want to play innocent. Always want to take it to the full out extent. Always want to make it like seem like it's good intent. Never want to face it when it comes time for punishment. It's the same thing, y'all. It's the same thing. They always want to play innocent while they try to get you to act like you're the one attacking them. The moment you turn around and snap on them, they forget what they did to make you act like that. They're like, oh, what did I do? They always want to get an absent mind when it comes to their accountabilities. I hear you spitting. Well, I'm just reading it. But I love me some Lauryn Hill. Lost Ones, that's one of my favorite songs by Lauryn Hill. I can have that on repeat. Lauryn Hill is a lyricist. She didn't have to do all that flashy, get naked stuff, and you heard her. You felt her without seeing her naked body. I love that. Respect. And then she gave us Zion. That man sound like his granddaddy, Bob Marley. Y'all know I love Bob Marley. I want to go back to Jamaica. I could go to Jamaica for like a whole month. I love Jamaica. Jamaica, the food, the people, everything. Lauren is the truth. She sure is. But I'm telling y'all to say that okay, let me wrap this up because I haven't eaten lunch and I'm on my lunch break. Anyways, but the thing is, I work from home. I already heated up my food. I just have to eat it. So the thing is, I am mature enough to give myself peace in chaos. You don't have to get clarity or closure from someone that caused you harm. You are actually stronger when you can give yourself clarity, when you can give yourself peace without having that one more conversation with that person, without wishing them ill will. Like I know Kevin Gates likes to say, man, if we fell out, man, F you. Okay, what's the last time you've been in Jamaica? When COVID-19 happened, because the flights were dirt cheap and nobody was there. I was in Rick's Cafe where you could jump off the cliff. I couldn't jump, man. Y'all, the Jamaicans was laughing at me. They're like, you scared? You an indoor swimmer. I was like, I sure am an indoor swimmer. They be swimming against the tide, y'all. But anyways, it's my first time here. What do you do? Are you a coach? I'm not a coach. I'm just a black girl. A black girl in her, I'm just talking to y'all. That's it. I'm just someone that talks to people. And yeah, man, my manager is sending me messages on his laptop. Y'all, I'm on lunch. He like, hey, where you at? On lunch. Relax. Anyways, but he cool though. But anyways, what was I saying? Okay, yeah. So, okay, I will follow. Thank you, girl. But yeah, you really do heal when you can heal yourself. That is so powerful. When you don't have to sit there and ask an outside source, can you help me? Can you heal me? You are so powerful beyond measure when you can gift yourself the power of grace, the power of healing. You are so incredibly, astoundingly magical. And that's going to piss people off because everything they threw at you to talk dirt on your name, to get you upset, to make you jealous and get back in the fight with them. But you chose the high road. You chose to get up without any explanation, without getting loud, getting out of character and cutting things off. That is going to make people mad. I know it's crazy. Why is that going to make people mad? Because some people thrive in chaos. They don't know self-control. Why do you think so many women have to go down to a courthouse and get a court order to get a man to leave them alone? There are people in this world that have no self-control, that can't take a no, that can't handle a no. It's too much of a hit towards their ego. There are people that lack self-control. That's why they're sitting in prisons and jails right now, because they couldn't control their emotions. Don't be those people. Okay, heal myself. We shouldn't source that. But does that include therapy? It includes whatever your version of healing is. Healing is not, here's a prescription. Healing is not, this is what you have to do checklist. Healing is confronting everything that you know makes you uncomfortable, that you know you need to change. I used to be really, really ratchet. I mean, the most ratchet you could think of times 10. That's all I want y'all to think about. The person you see before you had to go through God to cleanse all of that past and take the high road. I still have a way to go. I'm human, but being able to control your emotions is going to make people mad and jealous. I'm currently healing. I walked away from avoidant, walked away for the first time. It's gonna hurt because there was an attachment there. That is real. It was a tangible attachment. But I'm telling you, once you're on the other side of that, you are unstoppable. But it was necessary for me and my self-worth. I'm changing the wound. Yup. Okay, you and Ratchet don't even sound right. Exactly. That's how good God is. Anyways, you've been classy since I met you. Exactly. That's how good God is. Because when you come before God, you will be renewed. You will be a new creature with Christ. I promise you, y'all. I promise you. Okay, but I read that comment before. But it's like, let me wrap this up. I'm giving y'all like 3 more minutes. In closing, and you can see the recap on YouTube, y'all. In conclusion, be so strong in your will for your life that you don't let other people's outside noise distract you. Wrap it up, stay live. Don't wrap it up, stay live. Oh no, I'm on lunch break, Corey. I have to wrap it up. I'm on lunch break, y'all. It's an hour-long lunch break. I already started heating up my food while I was setting up. So yeah, I gotta wrap it up. But be so strong in your will for your life that when people try to throw dirt on your name, attack you, try to throw you in the mud, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. They may think they have one over on you. Get really good at getting silent and deciding, I'm going to choose better. Y'all think I'm not plotting right now? This is the most I've ever gone live. They suppressed my views on TikTok. Y'all think that was going to stop me? Do you know who I am? Are you crazy? He said, you're too much for me. Now I'm learning that wasn't me, but one thing I want to say to you, Brandy Martin girl or guy, stop repeating what people said to you. Start speaking new things over your life. I am powerful. God, thank you for being with me even when I don't see you. God, thank you for bringing me through this. Start speaking something else over your life. Every time you start to hear what someone said about you that's negative and goes against your image, contradict that and speak positivity over your life. If I would have kept telling the stories of people who are no longer in my life, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I wouldn't be streaming on my phone and my camera. If I believe when people were telling me you're not a content creator, I would have never invested in my camera. I wouldn't even be on this live talking to you, telling you you can counteract that. You would still be in your depression. I'm not saying you're in depression, but you repeating someone's nasty words to you is proof they have power over you. You need to stop that now. You need to counteract that now. Every single time you hear what they said about you, say something over your life. Say something positive over your life. Do not listen to them. They're not you. They need to say that so you feel like nothing because they're not there, because they have a God complex. They feel like your life, you know how many exes wish your life got worse because they're not in it, even though they didn't wish you well? That's how evil people are. People want to see you do bad just because they're not in your life, even though they didn't even do good or wish you good when they were in your life. Even though they didn't do anything to improve your life, all they did was come around and take. People have a weird God complex like that. I had to learn that. There are sick people in the world that do not want to see you win. They want to be able to say, yeah, that person ain't without me. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm going to start saying that I am enough, too much. That's good because I don't want to be less. You'll never be less. Wickedness. Exactly. What is community guidelines? TikTok. Anyways, you seen what happened after I got rid of some people? Yup. And guess what, Corey? You thriving. You thriving, right? Look at you. Still living, still breathing, still walking. Still that. Anyways, I can't say that because TikTok guidelines. Anyways, y'all. I just want to come on here and y'all need to think the fact I'm really great today. Y'all need to think the fact that hater on TikTok said that comment to me, tried to say, oh, just because you walked away silently don't mean you're healed, because that made me literally get on live and speak against that. And now I'm speaking to 38 people who have liked my live 2.7 thousand times. Just telling y'all your skin looks amazing. Thank you. I go to the med spa. Just to tell y'all, do not listen to what people have to say about you, especially people on the internet. There are so many exes, ex-situationships, ex-friends, ex-boy. I don't want to say ex-boyfriend. I only have one real ex-boyfriend. Like, to be honest, okay? Okay. If you didn't meet my mom, we never went together. So the message was meant for me. If you like, I have so many ex-situationships, friendships that wish me the worst. How do you think they felt when they saw I moved to Texas? How do you think they felt when they saw I'm thriving, I'm posting content consistently, it's resonating with people, strangers are online, are supporting me? How do you think that made them feel when they wished me nothing but the worst and that didn't happen? How do you think that made them feel? It just kept making them come back to watch my page. That's what happened. I think you got to think the haters. They remind you, it's like what's that thing called when you go like this in the ER and they go like this to your heart to resuscitate it? It's like they pump your heart back to life. They remind you, you can't sleep. Someone wants you to doubt yourself the way you're doubting yourself because it works in their favor. You know what happens when you doubt yourself? That person that wishes you the worst is telling people, look, see, didn't I tell you they wasn't going to be nothing? You got to make sure you prove them wrong every single day. This is my live, y'all. I gave y'all the 3 extra minutes like I said I would. I'm going to eat some Indian food. Be blessed. Be smart enough to walk away through people's actions. You give yourself clarity in chaos. You don't need to have one more conversation. You can end up changing your whole life. I'm just recapping. A lot of us are the result of parents that decided to have one more conversation about closure and they ended up pregnant with us. They don't even like each other. That's happening every single day. Stop thinking you need to have closure conversations. Be the person that's strong enough to walk away here first. Then let your actions follow. But that's going to piss people off. That they thought they could play with your time, your energy, your value, your emotions. Come to find out, they think they're bigger than the program, but you show them you are the program. Get what I'm saying? All right, y'all. The video is on YouTube. I'm going to leave now because I have to eat and then I have to get back to work. And y'all can interact with my content on TikTok, on YouTube. I'm taking a hiatus from Instagram because I got a hater. I had to pop out and show. Sometimes you got to pop out and certify lover boy. I'm the one that up the skull with them. Anyways, bye y'all. See you on the next live. Adios.